Hi, so this video took a while to come out because I really needed to organize my ideas, and I'm going to be covering a lot of different things, so let's get into it. Imposter syndrome. Let's start with the definition from Google. So, imposter syndrome is the persistent inability to believe that one's success is deserved or has been legitimately achieved as a result of one's own efforts or skills. What that means in English is if you feel like if you're doing well, you feel like it's a mistake or it's a fraud and someone's eventually going to find out you suck, pretty much any good thing that happens to you and you don't feel like you deserve it, you got imposter syndrome. And as an artist, this is a bad. In my own experience, when I was younger, I used to be a lot more open online, posting whatever I wanted, whether it was a masterpiece or an absolute shit post. I commented more on other people's stuff. I felt very little obligation to do anything that the internet wanted. But as I got older, I actually started to take a step back. I started posting my art and leaving it at that, taking a lot of my personality out of it. No sass, no shit posts, just business. I was still making tutorials, but with a lot of hesitancy, and I'm still hesitant about making topic videos now. But you wouldn't immediately think that that would be imposter syndrome, but I came to the realization that that's been what's been pulling me back from the internet. I didn't feel like it cared or that it thought what I was doing was important. So in short, felt invalidated, and I kind of took a step back. And my solution to that was always get better at art, as if getting better at art would somehow fix the problem, when I should have been going more towards a get comfortable in my own skin and don't hold back because the internet doesn't care. That would have been a lot better for me. So as you know, the internet is an enormous place and it can be intimidating because you see the best that the entire world has to offer. This could be a little demoralizing, but you don't need to be the best at something to have an opinion on it. You can learn one thing from everyone because there will always be something that someone can do that will be slightly better than you. But the flip side is also true. You can teach one thing to other people as well. So if you have one time-saving technique, some super obscure keyboard shortcut, some cool app about posing characters in 3D that people don't know about, or even just a really unique art style thing that you do, that can be a thing that you could show to people. You don't need to be the best, you just need to have one thing. There's also a benefit from learning something from someone who's only slightly ahead of you in artistic skill rather than leagues ahead of you, because they understand your situation better. They can break it down in a way that makes more sense to you, and they could probably connect with you on a better level. Sure, you're not paying Harvard levels of tuition, but you'll still learn something from it. So now that you know that you don't need to be the best to do something, the next most helpful thing you can do is get out of your own way. You ever hear of self-sabotage before? So here's an example just so you're aware of it. There's this hypothetical ice cream vendor. His name is Jamarca Licious Broquan. Say one day Jamarca Licious goes out to sell his ice cream. His ice cream is the best. Factually, he sells it for dirt cheap because he's a nervous, sweaty boy. He avoids eye contact with you. He's really apologetic about selling it. He says that this batch this morning isn't as good as he usually makes because he was up until 5 a.m. playing Elden Ring. So it was super rushed and he's super tired and he didn't have a lot of time to make the ice cream. Now, the ice cream is still the best, but how comfortable are you in buying it? You decided on your own you wanted to get the ice cream, but he's done such a good job of talking you out of it that even though it's the best, you don't want it anymore. Now, the guy across the street, Roy Jefficus Steve, is a total loser lame-o at making ice cream. He knows he isn't the best, but he doesn't put himself down. He takes yes for an answer and he sells his ice cream. Who do you think is going to sell more? Who do you think people are going to be more comfortable getting their ice cream from? So you don't need to be the best because no one is, because art is subjective, but do your best to take yes for an answer and don't trash yourself. Don't be like Jamarca Licious Broquan. Be more like Roy Jefficus Steve. Not the total loser lame-o part, but just don't self-sabotage is the point I'm trying to make. The internet is a critical place and they will always find a reason to want to put you down. So don't do their work for them. Don't give them fuel for the fire. You're your number one supporter, so you need to treat yourself with respect before other people will. There's also more than one way to do things, so feel free to try things out. Your life and experience are unique and they influence your art, so use those to your advantage. Where did you grow up? What kind of things do you like? What are your favorite games? What are your favorite movies? Do you speak any extra languages? Visit anywhere cool? Have a crazy life story or just a crazy dream? Use those things to your benefit, to your experience. Those are the things that make you unique. Incorporate them. Don't feel like it's bad or like it's cheating. Like, it's your life. use it to your advantage. That's why you can ask 100 different people to draw the same thing and it'll be different from every single person. Also, don't feel bad about following trends. Other people don't own the idea. I was actually terrible at this when I was younger. So say I'm 15 and I'm like, oh, I want to draw Yor from Spy Family. All it would take was me seeing it twice on my Twitter timeline before I'm like, yup, it's off limits. You better wait 2 years and then I'll draw her. And the reason I'd wait 2 years is for the hype to die down so I can get permission. So it's my turn. Then I would draw the fan art. I was waiting for permission in a way, and I didn't want to follow a trend because it's popular, as if that is a bad thing, but it's not. But I felt like other people had already done it, so I couldn't do it. Otherwise, it'd be a copycat, and that was bad, which is also not true. Don't wait for permission or to be good enough to do things. If you want to draw something, draw it. If other people have done it before, it doesn't matter. Just know that you don't have to post everything that you make online. You can practice and refine your craft to a point where you feel comfortable with it. Then post it online if you feel like it, or if you're comfortable sharing the process and learning step by step along the way, by all means do it. But you got to make things your way. Don't wait for permission or to be good enough to do things. If you want to draw something, draw it. If other people have done it before, it doesn't matter. Make it in your own way. I got my first ever art convention booth, an 80-page art book, and an online store all set up this year, and it wasn't because I magically got better at things. It's because I made a resolution at the beginning of the year to put my stuff more out there and stop holding myself back. That's also why I've been posting topic videos on YouTube. Don't wait for permission to do things. If you have an idea for a big project, do it. Idea for a fan art, do it. If you want to make a topic video for the internet as a 2D bouncing raccoon in a Metroid suit, do it. But just know I'm coming for you, you unoriginal copy-pasting piece of shit. Confidence is not arrogance. You can be good at something and not be the center of the universe all the time. You're allowed to be proud of your craft and what you accomplish. It's only a problem if you need to put other people down to feel better about yourself. So be proud of your work, of the success it gains, because you deserve it. If it's a good thing that happens in your art career, don't turn it down. Don't self-sabotage. The only time you should worry about being an imposter is if you're playing Among Us. Bye!